Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you. A little midday morning on a Tuesday, April the 4th. Welcome on into the show. Like, subscribe, ring that bell. Why wouldn't you? In the comments, go get a shirt or a sweatshirt. Support the show. Let's go. You don't want to get a weekly pass for $31? I get it. Why not get a shirt for the same price and you can wear it all the time? Well, you could shower, and take it off and wash it. That'd kind of be good. Unless you get multiple shirts. You get shirts for every day of the week. And then I could branch out into sweatpants, maybe boxer shorts, guinea tees. I can't call them wife beaters anymore, right?
Yeah, did you say boxer shorts? Yes, that's exactly what I want. Is midday logo right across my
the llama's like the flap where it comes out.
Yeah, just a llama just sitting there. All right. Welcome to the show, guys.
Anyway, so listen, the promo code is MLB if you want to get down on that. The regular links in the description for the podcast at your favorite podcast spots: Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Apple Music, Amazon. Go get it and follow the show. Although it doesn't tell me how many people follow the show. It's probably just me and 9 other burner phones that I have following the show. But it's something. Somebody listens. Apparently, I don't know. Any hoot. Let's we'll get the banners up real fast here for the picks today. We'll do a recap. Twitter universe, Mr. Sean Higgs. The plays are posted there, as well as a couple Ribby props. We like our little player props there. They are on the Twitter world. I like the little dog now on the top of the Twitter. Elon puts that little dog. Hilarious. Anyway, let's recap this puppy from yesterday's show. We go 3-2 plus 120 with our MLB on the season. 18-14 plus 496. Premiums, I do go 5-6, but 29-22 is 57% plus 756 on the season. Let's keep it going. We'll keep it going today. Today's picks. Again, they have not changed since last night. Reds over to 9, Yanks over to 8.5, Red Sox over to 9, Mets run line plus the 115, and the Braves over 8.5. Now, are these square overs when they go 13-1-1 yesterday? Not quite possibly. Maybe it is. Maybe it's but it's also, I think it's a combination for me. As I said in spring training when we saw these crazy scores, I think the pitch clock has something to do with it. As I mentioned, like the stolen base, I think, will go up. You got a shorter run, even though it's not like a lot of feet with the bases being bigger, but guys can, you throw over twice, and then there's a pitch clock telling you exactly when the guy's got to throw. You're going to have guys running on the bases. You're going to have pitchers who can't get into grooves. And we've seen these runs, and I'm gonna still take these overs here, and we'll run around and try to continue the winning ways here. NBA, again, am I looking to bet 20-point faves in the NBA? No. I said the other day, it was yesterday. I was like, kind of like the Sixers today, minus whatever they were against the Celtics. Still kind of like them. Embiid, as much as I know T-Money's gonna come in. Embiid, go ahead. Take that MVP home, baby. Joker sitting out the rest of the year. Complete joke. Cost you guy an MVP. Whatever. So Embiid will get it. He probably should have got it maybe last year because the Joker team was not as good. Here you had a first-place team, but you're not going to play. You don't deserve the award. Embiid, congratulations. Tim's with us. Tim, NBA, what do you got? Anything special to add to the NBA side of things?
I was checking to see. Jokic is ruled as questionable for today, so he could play. Even with that, Embiid is still missed more games. Anyways, NBA today. Any dog that's at home that's 8 points or bigger, I bet. Hornets, Pistons, Wizards, Rockets, and the Jazz. I bet all 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Was that 5 of them?
Hornets, Pistons.
I'm on the
you got Washington. Washington's 13.
Yeah. Charlotte, Detroit, Washington, Houston, Utah.
All right.
and then the Sixers. I like the Sixers today. Bounce back spot versus the Celtics.
I mean, Spurs and Portland plus 18, respectively, unbelievable.
I would say normally I would be like, yes, let's do it. Both those two teams are coming off of Spurs 16.5-point dogs last game,
Yep.
outright winner.
And Portland out.
Portland 19.5-point dogs last game, outright winner, biggest upset in the last 30 years of the NBA.
Crazy.
So I'm not touching those teams. I'll grab the other ones. I did not sprinkle any money lines. I just took the points because right now there's like 6 or 7 games left for these teams.
Yeah,
you're in it or you're not. And these teams, most of the teams know by now.
Yeah, I just listen. Baseball's off to a nice start for me.
I don't need to go crazy with the NBA.
You don't got to go crazy with even in hockey. It's the end. You don't, guys are playing for stats, whatever the case. You don't have to bet it. I say that all the time.
Well, I will say the NHL is a little bit more competitive. There's a bunch more
I understand
races that are going on with that.
I understand. But also, listen, you got that going on. If you haven't been betting hockey for the last 7 months, how are you jumping into this kind of?
You're not
ready. There's no shame in leaving a winner out there. Believe me.
No.
I'll leave a winner out there. Same thing. You might say you
no
remember your winner. You never remember your 4 losers that you leave out there. Don't rush to bet something. And I say this about the NBA all season long. Guys, sit out. I mean, look at this. This is a disgrace. This is an absolute disgrace. 20-point dogs. Are you kidding me? Nobody's a 30-point dog in the NFL. That would be the equivalent.
I think we had 17.5 last year.
All right. But a 17 in NFL would be a 40 in this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like how?
Yeah, you're right.
We see the Chiefs as a 14-point fave. We see 12, 14, 15-point faves.
Yeah.
And at 19-point fave in the NBA.
You look at some of these guys, and I'll pull up. I know I never bet money lines, but look at some of these freaking money lines in the NBA. Like today, Toronto's a dime.
Crazy.
Milwaukee 850, Miami a dime, Memphis 1800, and Phoenix 2 dimes. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I almost want to take the Spurs again. I almost want to take all of them on the money lines. I'm not going to. I'd rather put all my effort into MLB right now. There's no point in me going crazy with the NFL or the NBA at the moment. But, geez, some of these lines are stupid.
Yeah. Let's, you know what I didn't hit when I did my little picks? We got to do some player props here. Let's do some MLB Ribby props because we are cashing like nobody's business. 49 and 47 plus 26.30. 10 and 11 yesterday plus 675. And you see the numbers. They're all nice kind of plus money kind of stuff here. Philly, we'll take Alec Boehm here plus 250. Herman, not a good spring, which is fine. With spring ball, we were talking about Russ and Jesse. I did a little OSGA show today, and we talked about spring. If a guy's bad, do I want to jump on him? Not really. If a guy's good, it kind of like a little bias, like, oh, he's pitching good. But it's preseason. You don't know what these guys are doing. We talked about Greinke the other day. He was working on throwing to first base because he didn't like guys stealing on him, and there's a pitch clock. He's got to work on things. Yeah, guys coming off injury, or they're just trying to loosen up their arms or throwing meatballs. Again, it is what it is. You're going to like something or whatever. Bomb and the Phillies, winless Phillies. They're hitting, though. They're 280-something as a team hitting. They just can't score runs. I think they kind of strike a little bit, get some hits, because they are hitting. They just have no timely hitting. A plus 250? Yes. And the Yanks. I'm going to say hit the like button if you heard this before, because then we'd have 900 likes, because Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, Torres, have we not had these guys since opening day basically in here? Or maybe not opening day because they had a better pitcher, but Judge plus 145, Rizzo 190, Stanton 150, Torres a 210 in the ribbies. Matt Strahm, this isn't 2019. He's not going to strike out 10 Yankees in this outing. He is a spot start kind of guy on a team that has not looked well. Let's be honest. Yanks are drawing walks. They've got multiple homers in all 4 games. Lefty versus a kind of, I don't know. Last time I checked, Yanks got some righty power. Um, yeah, we'll sign up with 4 guys, the 2, 3, 4, 5 hitters, all here. Nice plus money. Boston. Now, did the Pit hang on yesterday? The Pirates hang on? We did say,
Yes,
Bucko's
they
in the
did.
over
Yes,
there.
they won.
Bucko's in the over. Again, Boston over. Sign it up. This is talk about an auto play on the Boston over. The bullpen's terrible. The lineup get hit. You don't know what you're getting out of. We have Boston ribbies here. Devers 155, Yoshida 150, Cassis 210, Duvall plus 160. The guy's got 10 ribbies, and he's hitting 600 plus 160. Sure. I like Ronzi, but hey, we'll take a 160. And I grabbed a run with him as well because he can go yard here and put 290 in our pocket. And we go just him cashing here. Basically, you break even with Boston. But let's be honest. All these guys could score and drive in runs, and we're off to the races. The Pirate team, as much as they scored yesterday, you look at their scoring on the year. It's kind of spotty. Will they score some runs? Yes. Boston will score some runs? Yes. You want to go over to 9? Sure. Give me these ribby guys here. I can't really jump on a Pitt guy. I mean, Reynolds had he had 2 home runs yesterday, and he got 4 RBIs on the year. That's all you need to know. I mean, guys don't get on base. They kind of score, but let's go Boston. They kind of put together chunks of runs. Next up, the Braves. Nice winners yesterday with Braves, guys. Again, you've seen these names before. Riley plus 155. D.A. Narudi. I'm only kidding. We know his name's Denard. Remember when he was a top Toronto Blue Jay prospect? Plus 185.
Yeah,
Albie's,
I remember that because he came over to the Mets in the R.A. Dickey trade.
R.A. Dickey. 20-win Cy Young winner, R.A. Dickey.
And then did absolutely nothing the rest of his career.
What are you gonna
But
do?
he came over with a guy named Noah Syndergaard. So that was
good.
fun.
He was good for a little bit.
Yeah, that was good for a little bit, and then we got it.
The guys get hurt. What are you gonna do? I mean, at least Denard's been pretty solid the last couple of years, though. He's kind of found his little groove. He
was an all-star last year.
Yeah, he's not. I mean,
and the
they come up. It's like, oh, this guy is, to use an NFL term of plug and play. You think this guy's going to come in, catch, and you get, 7 years out of him, a solid backstop, few all-star appearances. Take him a bit to find the spot, but hey, 185 in this lineup hitting cleanup. He hits cleanup or 5th. Are you kidding me? Yeah. 185. Albie's the same. 130. Harris a 220. When, again, I've said this, when we look at these ribby props, and we'll come up with St. Louis next. Yes, Acuna leading off. I mean, I want guys further down the lineup, no matter what team, whether it's the Royals, the Marlins who can't score. You want that 5, 6, kind of 7, because if the 3, 4 guys get on and they're not hitting homers, the other guys are going to have opportunities. And when you get numbers like Walker 185, Yepes 175, Dylan Carlson 210. I mean, this is like the 5, 6, 7, 6, 7, wherever they're hitting in the St. Louis lineup, who's facing, let's be honest, Arenado, Goldie, they should be able to hit a prospect for Atlanta. He's their 10th prospect. He's not even their best pitching prospect. He went on Sunday, gave up 4 runs to the Nats. And not saying the Nats are better offensively than St. Louis, and we could be simple apple to apples. Well, if the number 1 guy gives up 4 to the Nats, what's the number 10 guy going to give up to St. Louis? Listen, he's going to give up some runs. It's just that simple. And Atlanta versus Steven Matz. I mean, no. The guy is way too unpredictable for me. He's going to give up runs. This is a over game. What are we doing here? This was 8.5 last night. I put in a show I was doing with Ross and Jesse, like 8.5. It's 10 now. I'm like 10. It was 8.5 last night. I did it. When we bet the game. I still like the over. We're going to see runs here. Obviously, the powers that be, the lines makers, agree. So runs aplenty. Atlanta, St. Louis. It'll be nice when we hit all 7 of these. Houston, I'm going to go Pena out of the leadoff spot. Normally, I'm not a leadoff kind of guy. It's always good money. Plus 210 here. It's Detroit. I think some guys are going to get some hits. And if the bottom of the order gets on, I got a kid up top. Maybe it's a homer. Maybe it's a leadoff homer today. I'll take a 210, Ribby. I think somebody in the bottom is going to get on. He'll drive them in. At Tucker, a 130. Yordi is I think a minus 105 or plus 105. Not worth it to me at that kind of price. Not worth it, that price. Okay. We'll comment it up now. Let's go to the live chat. Part of the show that everybody loves that makes Midday Money so much different than all the other shows because everybody else is out here running down their numbers. We don't really concentrate on. We give our free picks and move on to you, the people. Miz is in the house. Miz, how are you today? I said this the other day, Miz. Miz never says hello. Just comes in, fires away like a cannon. Cubs over against the Reds. I'm down on the Cubs. They could not get a timely hit yesterday. Cody with a homer. No timely hitting. I had the Cubs. Terrible outing. You want to go over 9 here? Sure. It looks like the Reds hit bad pitching, and the Cubs, well, it's they got a little bad pitching themselves going on here with Wisniewski and Louis Sessa. I think he's in. Was he an ex-Yankee, Sessa? Over? Sure. Atlanta over? Yes. Yanks over? Yeah. Fire away. Let's go. Texas run line. Interesting play. I had Texas and the over, I think, yesterday in that matchup. Or was that Sunday night? What did I have yesterday in that Texas? I just had the over 8.5. I figured, you know what? They'll get some bats against a Baltimore team. Now, Heaney's not a guy I love. The other pitching for Texas, I mean, you see, they're holding guys in check. I don't know here. To me, I grabbed the over 8.5, and I said last night on the Late Show, I'm a little worried about it. Like, should I bust out the clippers and hedge a little bit? You know, trim it up a little. I think I'm going to ride it because I don't like doing stuff like that. I think Haney's going to give up some runs. The run line, at least it's good plus money. But the offense has been a bit suspect. I mean, 2-0 last night. Seattle run line, sure. We get behind a little Seattle run line with Luis Castillo, not a big Jose Suarez guy. We like Reed Detmers out there, and even Sandoval. So we take Boston over 9, but strong winds blowing in. Winds are blowing into Boston, huh? Is it going to make a difference though with bad pitching? Well, we're going to find out, I guess. All right. T Money's in the middle of my promos here. Good afternoon, my friend. How are you? There you go. 3120 promo code MLB. Go get it. Lock it in with the Kings in the house. How are you today? Tate the Greats here. Morning here. Hit the like button on both streams and I'm commenting. Go eat out with your friends again. Yes, I go into Bet Win Repeat yesterday and Tate the Great's in there. I'm like, really, Tate the Great? Like, he was just hanging. He was lurking. I guess you got a lot of lurkers in here. Obviously, you see the views. You get a couple hundred views and you have like 12 likes or something. I'm like, what is that about? But again, I'm on a couple different channels, so maybe they're all spread out. I don't know. See, my show is if you're not commenting, at least give it a like. I know somebody's out there watching. Tune in on the Pirates. There you go. We said yesterday, Pirates in the over. Only way to look at that. How are the Red Sox laying 160? No way. Teammate, best start of the month I've ever had so far, and how awful was sports in general yesterday. Lost the UConn first half bet by a half, covered the full game by a half. Storybook, I tell you. Wow. Yeah. When you said that last time, I was like, wait a second. They didn't cover the halftime line? I thought they were covered at 12. T-Money. Freddie Freeman over 1.5 hits for plus money is a must for me today. A little Celtics action. Against Jermaine Marquis. I don't know. Like this, I'm not that high on this Dodger lineup. I mean, I don't know. I almost want to take the Rocks right here. Take the game. My heart hurts because Cosby is done for the year. My wildest happy baseball's here. Now listen, next thing you know, it's April. In a month, it's going to be NBA playoffs. Next thing you know, it's June. It's NFL. We're going to be talking about the Hall of Fame game in August. It's early kickoff of college football. It'll be here soon enough, man. It goes fast. Adrian. I feel a big fan of the Marlins. I just can't. The Marlins, until they start scoring. Again, that's why I didn't like the Royals. I can't bet on a team that's hasn't won, hasn't scored. That's not profitable long term. That's not a long term win. All right, you might catch one here and there, but not a profitable long term money maker. Brio's in the house, my guy. How are you? Ari Gold wins. Like Ari. Just for the record, I have 142 clients, and I don't care about a single one of them. They're all just a number, like wife number 1 and therapist number 6. Good day, sir. LeVar Gold. Michael. Morning. Bad night. San Diego State first half. Full game losers. Hit the Songo under 17.5. 2-2 in baseball. Despite my bad night, I just raffled to buy a new pair of, what are these? Pennies first shoes? Foam posted pennies? Just want to raffle. What do you... See, I'm not a big sneaker guy. Even as a kid. I mean, I had sneakers, I had Nikes as a kid or whatever. I actually had a pair of Shelto Adidas back in 8th grade. So what's that, 87? And I switched with my guy, Bobby Foster. He had a pair of nice leather Nikes I liked. And back when, Fat Laces were. Remember Fat Laces? Probably not. Ari. I'm a big Entourage guy. I got Johnny Drama hanging. Autograph Johnny Drama. Baseball is ruined, says T Money. Tell us how you really feel. It's going to be full of double-digit games. That's normal. It's just wait for 3 years when there's 7-inning games. How this plays out. This is going to be like a bandbox. It's going to be a joke. It's a joke. It's like Savannah Bananas or something. How about 22-mile-an-hour wings and Royals Blue Jays game?
Wait a minute. I like the Savannah Bananas. That's a fun story right there. That's the best team in Georgia.
I get it. Like, they come down here, they travel, but it's the same thing. Like,
Oh, it's the Harlem Globetrotters, but they are awesome. I love the Savannah Bananas.
All right, well, that's what the baseball's turned into. 7-inning games, huge bases, phantom runners. I mean, yeah, it's supposed to be windy. Apparently, I just saw I got a little tornado warning, it's from like Texas all the way up to like I think Chicago. Looks like it's a little windy in the area. You never know how the wind's gonna be. I like a couple overs. Listen, I got the Brave over, Orioles over, Boston over. We'll see how things go. Embiid and Joker both are jokes. The NBA stinks. I don't love the NBA, but Embiid's gonna win the MVP. Michael, I got T-Wolves money line, Sixers first quarter. Yes, Sixers. Yes, Sixers. Rockets, I don't hate. They're at home. You're getting 10 versus the Nuggets, who might be sitting a bunch of guys. Magic first quarter there. Are they home, Orlando, against Cleveland? Sure, take them. And the T-Wolves. Who's Minnesota got? In Brooklyn? What do you got there? Minnesota money line. All right, so they were +1. And they were -1. Now they're +1. Yeah, let's go Brooklyn, baby. Derek Coleman and Kenny Anderson. Huge games today. I threw a few pennies on the Blazers and Spurs because they need the therapy, basically. Especially after they both won. No way they win again. Trout RBI pissed me off 1-1. He was walked 4 times. There's some games, obviously, you can go back, watch a show, see what, Yankees, we kind of jump on those. The Atlanta guys. Colorado paid off nicely. But certain matchups, I'm just like that. I'm not looking to get in that game. I'm not looking to get in Seattle and LA because Seattle's pitching's pretty solid. I know it's Trout, but there's the problem. Like, get it, Trout at home is where I want to jump on a Ruby prop. Lane's in the house. Good afternoon. Jeremy loves Detroit, Miami over to 220. Is pretty good in the NBA. I can't listen. You want to do some NBA? I say it. Hats off to you, especially this time of year. To go over that game, I don't want to go over Miami when they're full strength with everybody playing. I know Detroit's bad. I know they're bad. I can't do it. Pirates first 5 from Michael. Why again? You have a Red Sox team. The pitching is suspect at best. Pavetta. What is this line now? What is this line for them tonight? Has it moved? Where's the... All right, last night, this was a Pirates +130, Red Sox 155. Let me go to the live number here. Odds. MLB. What do we got? Boston. All right, I'm seeing this at basically a 140 and a plus 130 now. 120 at Caesars, 145. So it's come down a little tick. Although the take back hasn't really improved. It's still sitting at a 130 from a 155 at Caesars. Again, though, how do you just take the Sox? Can't do it. Royals money line again. Kikuchi, I don't like. Sure, let's go. They scored runs. The winless season is over. They got a win under their belts. I think Toronto's got some pitching problems. Rockies with Marquis on the run line. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I don't hate it. What is it, though? That like a minus 190, I hope. Miz, Toronto Casey looks too easy with weather staying away. Yeah. Sometimes you don't gotta. Sometimes you don't have to do it. It does look easy. You have a team in Toronto. Oh, no way they lose again. The Royals aren't that good. I said before, I like some of the Royals' young bats. Plus, you got Sal Perez in there, a little wily veteran. Lane, those NBA money lines are insane. No betting allowed. Yeah, no reason to bet. And I say this whether it's in September when the NBA starts or November. If you're making money in NFL, college football, college hoops, hockey, baseball, why are you running? Because I'm not running a bet NBA where I don't know when the guys are even playing. And then you got games tonight with 19 points. No, thank you. Kidding. I mean, forget it. Bill, all but one MLB game went over yesterday. Yeah, 13-1-1 to the totals. Crazy. Crazy. Fee, you have to take Judge Ribby prop every single game. Yes and no to this, Tate. When I get them, I'm not putting out a, this. And as hot as we are, eventually the numbers are going to drop a little bit because we're not going to get Judge and Riley and Tucker and all these RBI guys at plus 140s. They'll be moving to 105s and 100s where I'm not going to play them. I'm going to try to find something at a plus money thing, better odds. Barrios is trash. Yes, he is. Listen, Bill, I'm not saying he's not trash. On the side of that is it's tough betting a team that had scored 3 runs or whatever they scored in their first 3-4 games. If a team's winless and they scored 4 runs, I don't care who they're facing. I really don't want to come out and back a team like that. Yeah, I love the show. Ari Gold. I watch it continuously. I finish it up. I probably every other week I start it from the beginning again. I should do a whole little show on why Vince is a total scumbag and how Ari's really the best guy in the show. And he's a nice guy with a big heart. I mean, we could run it, that's another show. We'll do that show, me and you, Ari. I'll send you a link. There'll probably be like 5 people watching, which is more than the 30 we usually get here on the live spot. Big X, my Jersey friend. How are you? All right. I'll be in Jersey next week. Bill McDonald, Diamondbacks and Marlins today. Again, the D-backs is kind of tough. Gallon's off a tough start. I expect a little improved performance, but his numbers the last 2 years versus the Padres are not good. And we've seen Arizona struggle versus good pitching. Darvish is a good pitcher. Decent season last year. He had a sub-2 ERA versus Arizona last season. I know it's an early game. You want to bet it. You don't got to bet that one. And Marlins, listen, as good as Alcantara is, he's good. Yes, against the Mets, Phillies, Braves, he might give up a couple runs. They see him 10 times a year. Should he be good against Minnesota, who doesn't have much tape or FaceTime against them? I understand that. But let's go back to the Royals game. How are we betting on a team that scores? They've scored 9 runs this season. I think if you invert them, I think they've scored 9 and given up like 29, and Minnesota scored 29 and given up 9. I can't. No, give me the Twins today, plus 125. Nathan's in the house. Good morning. Having a little cup of Joe. Tetragrad, I found a player prop of Marsh to get a hit at 130. He's hitting him. That's a especially because it's Marsh. It's not like it's a Trey Turner. Although I do like Marsh. I thought it was a good trade bringing him over for the Angels. I don't want to lay 130. I'm not laying 130 with a Hall of Famer All-Star. I'm not laying 130 with Marsh. Take the Brahm Ribby. Take the Brahm Ribby at a plus 250. Because if Marsh gets on base, somebody's got to drive him in to be my guy. Marie says, D-backs. Again, a lot of D-back love here. Marlins, yeah. Everybody's on D-backs to the Marlins. Might have to come in opposite here. Might have to do a Padre run line. And Twins alternate line here. Here we go. Warriors. What are we doing? What are we doing, Maurice, taking these things? Golden State team total over 125 at home versus the Thunder. Total's 244. All right, that one I don't totally hate there. You got basically a mid 240s total. I get it. Toronto team total over 118. I don't like Toronto on the road. Not interested in that. I know Charlotte's terrible, and you're laying 50 points or whatever they're laying. 14, same difference. I don't want Undercast Magic. I'd rather do that. Out of all those, I guess Warriors would be one based on the game total. Toronto had nothing to do with on the road. And the under's all right. Dodgers underrated. I could see that. Yes. Atlanta, St. Louis total up to 10. Yeah, crazy, miss. My props are all RBI props. They're all Ruby props. All Ruby props, unless otherwise noted. I throw the run in there sometimes. Ari says Marlins all day. Oh, Ari. All day Miami. Again, with the Marlins, when we roll out teams that aren't scoring, aren't winning, and they're favored, it's a no play or just go to the other side. And Minnesota's, what are they, 4-1, Minnesota? 4-0? Hello, miss. Thanks for saying hello, miss. Yeah, I bust you. Listen, you're here every day, though. I can't really complain. I appreciate you coming. You know that, my friend. Eric Higgs, Reds plus 107 with Luis Sessa on the hill. I got nothing on that game. Give me the over. Sidewise, I don't want anything to do. Can I get some more untimely hitting from the Cubbies? You can't beat. I like the Cubs for the year. You can't score. You can't win. You scored runs. You're just gonna not give up runs. Twinkies, Nathan, minus 110. Moneyline minus 110. That's a terrible number. What happened? Do we have a pitching change in that game? Elliott went 5-1 yesterday. Kiss of death. Who are your plays yesterday? Your loser had to be Barrios. Jason Higgs, thoughts on Royals over? Wind's blowing that hard out today. I see someone said, the winds are blowing in Boston. I don't hate it. Kikuchi's not a guy I like. They should be able to hit. They didn't get much done last night, the Blue Jays I'm speaking of. And the Royals finally busted out. So I like their little lineup. You want to go over? I'm not hating it. Again, Kikuchi's not a cat I like. And the booby, Chris Bubik. Sure. You want to go over that 10? Astros versus lefty, easy over. Twins, Baltimore as a dog, Seattle Kraken. Astros against the lefty. Is an easy over? Listen, there's nothing easy, Elliot, so don't please stop that. Twins, yes, against Alcantara. Baltimore, again, they're off a nice win. Texas, though, we've seen their pitchers be pretty good. And I've seen Baltimore get shelled up in Boston. I'm not looking to bet the O's here at a plus 110. And nothing on the ice. And of course, you got the Yankees. You got to take the Yankees run line. Run line only plus the 140 Yankee fans. Contreras not that bad for. I like Ronzi. I do. But Boston has been hitting the ball lately. And I don't expect Pittsburgh to come in and I say Pittsburgh, I mean Contreras or Rich Hill or JT Brubaker or whoever they're throwing out here. Vince Velasquez, I don't expect any of these pitchers to come in and pitch gems. What have they given up? 6, 3, 6, 4. Um, and then you're playing a Cincinnati team, which I don't think's very good offensively. And now you got a team that's hitting really good. I don't, no thanks. I mean, I get it. I want do I want to lay 150? No. Nathan hit the like button like an adult. Thanks, Nathan. Today we're going Yankees to win. Run line. It's lefty time. I mean, Yankees, you got to take them on a run line. Phillies are winless. We can't just bet the Phillies. Say they're going to win today. It's Yankees run line or nothing. Yankees run line or nothing. Again, I'm not going to lay 150. It's not a terrible number to lay. I know guys do it. I got lucky with the San Diego Arizona over. Sometimes you need a little luck, Miz. Nothing wrong with getting lucky. Sometimes the luck's on your favor. Other times for me, in half point, 1 point, 2 point games, it wasn't in my favor in college basketball. You need a little luck to have monster years. Ari Gold comes in. Dodgers does look like a sucker. You think they look like a sucker bet laying 2-1? I mean, they're laying 260. What should they be laying? 350? What do you say, Elliot? Listen, yeah, the Yankees are in better form. I mean, they're hitting. They're hitting homers, drawing walks. That's how you win games. Moneyball style. I don't care how you get there. Walk. Just get on base. Let the next guy try to get you in. That's what they're doing. Tamoosh, Tommy, what do you say? Hey, they're Sean and Tim. Want to know what is happening to my Mets? Jeez Louise. Well, if you're not here yesterday, we said let's take the Brewers over Cookie because he's terrible. Now, off a bad loss like that, you got a stud on the hill today. It's Scherzer money line all the way. Elliot, Devils in regulation. Yanks money line on the run line only bet today. All right, no hockey. Yankees money line. I mean, I guess you want to lay. I'm not doing it. I'm more of a run line kind of guy. Excellent quotes, right? Ari's got some great quotes. He's got some great quotes. He's fabulous. He's talking to Barbara Miller. Babs, time to make the provolone or whatever he says. Oh my God. He's the best. Darius, I'm back with the parlays. $2 for 2K. Here we go. Someone, Darius, you mentioned this. Parlays. Someone I don't know if it was on the Picks and Parlays or the Win and Free Pick comment section was like, yeah, I need a 7-legger parlay. And someone else followed up like, yeah, me too. Like 2 different people. Unless it's the same guys like burner accounts. 7-leggers they're looking for. 7-leg. What are we doing, folks? I mean, I get the fun of it, Darius. I understand. 2 for 2K. It sounds great. You go 8-1, you got nothing to show for it. You're down $2. Instead of going 8-1 and being up $14, whatever it come out to. Tommy, I didn't get to watch the game, but wasn't there a home opener? Yes, it was the Brewers' home opener yesterday. That's how we took the Brewers. Yes. Only loss was Toronto. Yeah, Barrios, your guy. Going 2-0 today. Well, listen, Yanks should get it done, absolutely. King D, I just put you on Kentucky College Basketball plus 1,500 to win a natty. Here's the thing with Cal. He brings in great players. Coaching-wise, he's terrible. He relies on the players to do things. But a plus 1,500 on a team that's stacked, no one's looking at him. And that's, it's funny you brought this up, King, because I saw people on Twitter like, this is why UConn's going to repeat. Come on, freaking repeat already. What are we doing? They're not going to repeat. I don't hate the Kentucky. And someone's like, San Diego State's going to make it to the finals again next year. Come on. Kentucky, go for a plus 50. You know what? I didn't even look at the upcoming lines for next year. Betting the Yankees 2 times, so going 3-0, money line and run line. I don't hate it. I think they're going to win. I think that game's going to be like an 8-3 kind of game. So sure. Devils regulation is easy. Lock it in. Here, well, all right. You said lock it in as opposed to just a lock, so I'm going to let you slide on that one. Let's. I didn't even look at any ice today. Devils. 155 at home over Pitt.
Versus the flightless Birds. Go Devils. Devils in regulation. Let's get it. Help out my Sabres.
For me, I would say under Carolina. Obviously, Columbus at plus 3 something. I'd have to take a flyer on Columbus at plus 3. At least nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying let's take Toronto and Calgary and Colorado in a 3-team parlay. Lock of your life. Yanks gotta win. No one has to win. They will win because their offense is better. I'm not, Jermon's been injured. He had a rough spring. Obviously, you're getting back in the flow of things. I just don't like Strom. You're throwing that spot starter there. He's a lefty. Yanks got some righty bats. They're drawing walks. The power's there. They seem to be in a little groove right now. And Philly's winless. Almost said Pitt. No one. Remember, Darius, no one's got to win. That's not what we're betting on. We're not betting on, well, they got to win today because it's a playoff spot or this or that. Elliot, division game for New Jersey. They have a way better record in division games, plus great form. Listen, I don't mind. New Jersey's home. The Penguins, both teams, what are they, 4-4, 4-6 down the stretch here? I don't know if that's great form. Have they won 4 straight? Again, I didn't look at any hockey today. We're in the last stretch of hockey and NBA. I'm not interested when I'm hitting Major League Baseball, 57%. NBA is a coin flip. It is the entire season, especially at noon on a Tuesday, whether it's November, February, or April. I don't know who's shooting up. I'll pass. I know who's shooting up for Major League Baseball. I got a real good feeling of I know an expected lineup. I know guys aren't taking load management days in Major League Baseball. I'll worry about that in June, maybe. Maybe in May, if somebody's a little banged up, he might sit out a Thursday game after a Wednesday night game on a travel day. Stay away from the NBA. Take the 5 West games over in the NBA. At least go 3-2. Maybe. You know what? I got to write this down. And this is just for future reference with the rest of the season. West games over 3-2. I'm not even writing your name down, Miss. If I remember, it was you. Great. I just want to. That's a little personal. Maybe they go 5-0. I look at something like that, like, wow, all right. The West is non-defensive. Take the great Bulls. They're playing to lock in the 7th seed. Again, I'm not back at somebody to win based on they have to win to get this spot. Because at that point, are we betting against Phoenix because they want to stay in their same spot and not move up? And who the Bulls got today? Atlanta. That's a tough. It's a 3.5 because you have Atlanta with a coach trying to prove himself. Again, that's a tough game. That's a tough one. That's that's as bad as being a 17-point fave as I'm playing against a guy who's trying to keep a job and prove that the team will respond to him. Devils great form right now. Penguins stink at the moment. Devils are 4-4, 4-4 and 1-1. I think their last 10, and the Penguins are 4-6. How's that great form? Take great. They have work to do, so they'll have half the ball. Who's that? The Bulls. Ari loves the Royals today. Again, I don't like Kikuchi, so you want to take them? I don't mind. Take it San Diego, Arizona under 7.5. I don't hate it. Darvish, nice season last year versus Arizona, 1.98 ERA. Arizona struggling against better pitchers. Again, it was the Dodgers pitching staff. I don't hate the under. I think Gallen will bounce back after a bad outing. Joaquin Jordan in the house. What do you got here? Parlay. Here we go. We got some ice. Canucks over, Devils over. All right. Red Sox over? Yes. Blue Jays over? Sure. Cavs over. I don't hate the Cavs over because I just mentioned, if you think the Bulls have to win to get a 7 seed, then Atlanta's got to win because their coach is trying to get one of 30 NBA jobs. So why wouldn't you like that position? Cavaliers every game. Take a grade under in Dodger game after explosion night. I just like under in Dodgers games because I do not like the lineup. I said this from the beginning. I know they've scored 8 and 10 runs and stuff like that. Give me the under. Anthony Poundit says Cubbies today with Wezi Wazuzusi on the hill versus Luis Sessa. I guess we're fading the Luis Sessa train. Nathan comes in on the Cubbies as well. So here come the Cubs love. There was a lot of Miami love. Who was the other team? It was Miami and who else people liked in here? Oh, Arizona. Miami, Arizona, and the Cubs. We got to write this down. Miami, Arizona, Cubbies. In the chat. I don't bet the NBA either. Maybe a few days a year. Yeah, it's not. Again, NBA 40 and 47 in the video with my NBA picks, minus 950. Now I'll pick it up a little bit when the playoffs start. Can we get that 950 down to even? You know, it'll be close. Again, I'm not forcing things just to try to get a 500 record in the video. Miz, watch out for the unders today. I get it, right? You had a lot of overs yesterday, but we've seen overs. And I mean, let's be honest. We have fourth starters going today. We have fifth starters going today. We think this is going to be the shutdown part of the staff. Yankees minus 1.5 plus the 130 there against the Phillies. Yes, we like the Yankees. Also the over 8.5. Tamu Shine 99 to the politics. I'm taking minus 500 odds that the public doesn't get to see Trump's perp walk. Is he walking today? Now, again, I don't really fly out with my medical advice on COVID or my Eastern Europe military strategies over in Ukraine. But the fact, listen, this guy, I don't really get this. I mean, because you've heard for, what's it, 2023? So 7 years, we're going to, let's get, the guy who just gets in office, no alphabet agency, the FBI, the SEC, Department of Justice, no one else could find something to press charges on Trump. But this guy in New York just rattled something out. Does that make any sense? I mean, I don't get wrapped up into that crap. I got kids. I worry about my family first. I don't know. Who cares? I don't know, dude. I don't watch the news. If it comes across the Twitter timeline, I might see it. Otherwise, who cares? Toronto announcers think Barrios is tipping off pitches. Well, he's been tipping off pitches for years, apparently. He was good in Minnesota, and then when he went to Toronto, I'm like, oh my goodness, they got another 2A starter. He's really good. Terrible. How I'm not gonna bring it up right now because we got only a few minutes left in the show. I got to look at his Barrios numbers because they've been bad in Toronto. Dude, I watch that show. You watch the Entourage show? I mean, I love your show. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, you watch the Entourage show that we do. The Entourage breakdown, the Entourage podcast. Take the great. Brom Ruby locked in. Let's go. Yes. Let's go, Alec Boehm. Get it done. Cubs money line today. Again, another Cubby. Joker MVP is plus 240 and Beats minus. Is it that much? As much as I was saying Joker should get it, right? He's in first place in the division, this and that, triple-double. You're going to sit out games, and Embiid's battling. I'm going to give it to Embiid. I'm getting to Embiid. He's in a fight with Boston and Milwaukee, and Denver is just kind of going to mail it in. That's just a bad look. You know I'm not into quitters like that and sitting out. That's just a bad look. Maurice, Utah Jazz plus the 9. Listen, I don't hate home dogs here. Why is this a 9? Who's all out? Marketing out for Utah. Is Karl Malone playing? Hornacek. Is Mark Eaton suiting up today? Why is this line on a rise? And I think the Lakers have a bigger matchup on deck tomorrow, so I'm not running to bet the Lakers today. If you want to take the Jazz, sure, take that 9. Dave's in the house. Good afternoon, Higgs. I like Phil's underdog. Boston Red Sox money line, San Diego Padres. So I do not like the Phillies. I can't bet on a team that is winless and is not scoring runs. No timely hitting. Yes, they're hitting 280 as a club. The problem is that they're going leadoff guy, grounds out. Then we get a base hit. That's a double play. We get a walk, a fly out, another single, and a ground out. They're just not getting any hits when it matters. Twins it is. Says Pat. I like Minnesota against Miami today. Again, Miami, Arizona, and it looks like the Cubbies are coming in third with the chat. In your opinion, who's the best MLB player? Now, are we talking about, because it's tough to just do one player because you have pitchers and hitters. Now, any answer other than Ohtani is going to be wrong because the guy is if he pitched 32 games, the guy he's fabulous. He's a borderline Cy Young guy now. And he hits, the power's there, the average is great. He's fabulous. So I'm going to have to say he's in his own category for me. I'm sure other people, how do you not say he's, he does both. And he's really good. He's very good at both. So I'd put him in his own kind of category. Now we're rolling down regular pitchers. It's tough to go. Alcantara is a stud. I hate Garrett Cole, but his numbers are there. I can't put a Verlander or Scherzer in there. They're on the tail end of their careers. I want to say maybe Burns. Pitcher wise, I think it's tough. It's tough choosing one guy, Kevin. And batter wise, I really like to do it all. Again, I can't say Trout because the guy is always hurt and he does put up numbers. I'm going to say somebody like Jose Ramirez who just does it all because I'm looking for a guy who is, he plays third. He got some pop. He drives in some runs. He does a lot of different things. He's a guy I really like. Trey Turner's a guy I really like. I think it's really an opinion of what each individual kind of likes. People throw out like Juan Soto, I think is fabulous, but the guy hits 200. If I'm starting a team tomorrow, I get a choice of Juan Soto. Would I take Juan Soto? Absolutely. Anthony Poundit. Craig should be rolling in here soon off NBA playoffs. What day do we expect him to run? Oh, my goodness. Really? He's pounded. Cards win the whole thing. No, Darius. Absolutely not. We got Cubbies. Cubbies to win the division. Over 77.5 wins. Cards under. What's the Cards under? We got it somewhere. There was that 77.5 for the Cubs under or Cardinals under. We do not like St. Louis 82, whatever it is. We do not like St. Louis. Fading St. Louis all season long. Dave's coming in on the ice. Oh boy, Colorado Maple Leafs parlay, Seattle Kraken money line, Calgary Flames. I've been doing. Dave, I cannot condone any honky right now. It's same with the NBA. It's not something I want to really run to right now. The tail end of the season. I know it's a battle. You got a bunch of teams have to win. No. We have to win. Everybody's got to do something. Doesn't mean it happens. NBA, big one. Timberwolves +1 over Nets. So I like the Nets there. That line went from Timberwolves favorite to Timberwolves to a dog. Definitely not taking Minnesota. Dodgers in the over. I kind of like the under in Colorado. Did not bet any of it, though. I like the other side, though, Darius. Give me probably, what's that, PTG for Baltimore. He's getting it. I saw last night it was supposed to be Kramer, I thought was pitching today. Or maybe that was yesterday for the Orioles. All right, go. Best player right now is Ohtani. I think Ohtani's in his own, because he does both. He pitches, so he would be the best because he's a great pitcher, he's a great hitter, right? He does it all. Trout is a guy who just gets hurt. Yeah, he's fabulous, but he's in his 30s. I don't want that guy. To me, okay, he's, I'm not, you should know. All right, I'm going to go off the grid and say something totally different than someone else thinking. I'm not going to take a guy in his 30s as the best player in the game, a guy who can't stay healthy. And as great as he is, he's never been in the playoffs. How great is he? How great is he? Philly on Tuesday, can't bet it. Well, really, how many? We're going to roll this out all year long for years and years? They're winless. They're not hitting. Dodgers at home versus Rockies is a lock. Ari Gold's coming in with a lock. Oh boy, it's almost as a lock as a James Cameron directed Aquaman being a top seller at the box office. I've seen the Dodgers score 8 in the 7th inning against Rockies every time they play in Colorado. Again, I just it's a no play for me today. Marte, 1,008 OPS for Darvish. Kendall Marte is good. All I know is the last year Darvish versus Arizona had a .198 ERA, and they were 3-0 in his 5 starts. And on the flip side of that, Zach Gallen had like a 5 ERA versus them, winless in his 5 starts. So, again, I'm not running a bet either side of that. Just let it play out. Again, just because it's at 4 o'clock and it's a TV game or something, you don't got to bet it. It's like a random 11 a.m. start in college basketball. You don't got to bet Army and Holy Cross because it's an early game. You don't have to bet these games. Pound it. 7-leg parlay. I'll take your action. 7-leg parlays. I love it. I just give him a thumbs up. I can't even respond to it. Like, what am I going to put that? Future Yanks to win World Series plus $9. Win American League plus 4. You can't go wrong taking the Yankees. Now, do I think they're going to win? No. And that's just they're going to need another pitcher. Montes is done. Sevy gets hurt. Cortez, will see how he lasts the entire season off of injury. We got German going today. Another, who's stepping up? Where's our guy? Where's our Louis Gill? They're good enough. They will make a trade to get a bat. They'll make a trade for a pitcher. I don't hate any kind of future Yankee bet on a team that will spend money and make trades. Right? I mean, that's like saying taking a Braves or a Dodgers or Padres or Mets at big numbers like this because they're so into it that they have to go for even more at the tail end, no matter what it is. Whether it's some veteran guy like, we're going to pick up whoever. Let's Rich Hill on the Pirates. You don't think Rich Hill's going to be on some playoff team come August? Absolutely. Vince Velasquez? He'll be on a contender doing something. Take a great. Ask North Carolina about that postseason hype. Gets you next year. Yeah, I mean, that was 18, right? So they're going to be really good. Well, I don't mind the Kentucky because Kentucky is still a good program, but it's not the hype isn't on them right now, right? You're going to talk about UConn repeating. You're going to talk about probably Kansas or a Texas team, NC. It's what a showing last year. Michael, Minnesota, Miami, first 5 under. Yeah, until Miami scores, how are we thinking they're scoring runs? Michael B, not Michael W. I'm taking the Phillies money line. Everyone in chat thinks the Yankees are losing money. I'll go opposite of that. I don't listen. I'm a firm believer opposite of what everybody else thinks. That being said, last night, that's why I like to get ahead of the curve, though, Michael. I like to get my thoughts out there first. I don't want to be driven by everybody else's opinions. That is what separates. Like, you're going to chase things. Like, a lot of people like Miami. A lot of people like Arizona, the Cubbies, the Yankees. And how are you going to make your money? You're going to take Phillies money line? Sure. Go for it. Yankees, are you going to go run line? And maybe the Yankees win 5-4. And it's a loser. But you have money on, you're laying the money. I know people come in and want the free pick, and it's if I'm on your side, not just my show, any show, you're on the side of somebody, you're like, all right, I feel good about it, right? You feel good about hearing somebody likes what you like or dislikes what you like, all kind of things. Cleveland money line or Oakland? Darius, what are we doing here? Do you got to really get involved with Oakland? I mean, we got Biebs on the hill. I would, if I'm doing that line, it would have to be a Cleveland run line, or I'll take a flyer on JP Sears. How about an over? Believe it or not. How about an overplay there? I know Bieber's going to shut things down. You know what? That'll kind of fly back into, though, taking Cleveland on a run line. I'd have to do a Cleveland run line. I didn't bet anything in this game. Nothing stuck out to me like, let's run to this game, Darius. Because one, it's a big 180 row fade. It's a team in Oakland that I'm not trusting. And yeah, it's April, and I love dogs in April. Everybody's got a shot. You stroll together some wins. You're like, oh my goodness, look at this. And let's be honest, this team will have 40 wins in August. But I'm not loving it. Miz is taking the props. Say go for him, and you go little. Put $1 on him. Put $5 on him. There's a bunch. I mean, what do we got? 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 14, 15, 23. I mean, you don't gotta go crazy on him. I said that all season. And we have 120 of them already. Tater guy would rather go over Cubs than go sides in a red game. I agree. I think Cubs pitch at over 4.5 strikeouts look decent given his pass against the team. Here's the thing, though, with that. Yeah, you want to take Wisniewski on a strikeout prop. I get it. The Reds offense, I don't love. But again, that's a guy. Am I really running to bet Wisniewski if I'm doing a strikeout prop today? Like I would much rather go with Darvish in a strikeout prop at 5.5 or 6, whatever he's at, or who else is the guy who do strikeouts? Like a Scherzer. Like I'd rather go for a little higher number versus a guy I know is going to last. I mean, for all you know, this Cub guy goes 3 innings and it's a bullpen by committee day because of yesterday's debacle. I don't know. I can't get into a bad pitcher on a strikeout prop. Michael, Nationals run line and money line. Oh my goodness, look at this one against Tampa Bay. Good luck. Good luck taking a Nats team. Talk about a bad offense. Holy cow. Craig is in. I'm at it. Go, no, it's the other show. I get it. I get it, man. Have a good day. NHL regular season going. Yeah, nothing. No NHL. T-Wolves were a 1-point dog. Now they're 2-point favorite. Oh, it's backwards? Okay. I was just looking at covers real fast. Again, I wasn't looking. Covers had them as a 1-point fave to a 1-point dog. NHL season never ends. It really. It's from September to freaking July. It's crazy. Trout is the best player. I guess he is. I don't know. For me, I don't like him. He's hurt. He doesn't win. That's not the best to me. It's not the best to me. All-around player, fan favorite, all MLB playing going DL. They don't all go on a DL. I know he goes on a DL every year. I know his team wins 75 games every year. That's what I know about Mike Trout. Brandon, do you like the Rangers say? I think Kenny will have 7+ strikeout. Andrew Haney, 7+ Ks? Listen, I'm not a huge Oriole guy. That being said, 7+ Ks. What does that pay? Is that a good payday? That's got to be a nice plus money right there. Take the great. Army Holy Cross College basketball seems like a marquee matchup. Definitely an under at 11 a.m. in the Patriot. Ari's laughing. Astros first 5. I got my guy Framber on the hill. Cy Young, most wins. Get it done. Off a loss. Beat the Tigers. Ari Gold. Marlins. Cubs Royals. 3-team parlay. Just missing Arizona in that one for the chat picks. And Yankees and the Yankee run line. Cleveland first 5, Brandon. I don't hate it. Again, I don't know what the number is. If it's a 140, stuff like that, I don't want to. I'd rather pass than lay. Again, and I've left winners out. It happens. Bieber over K's, that would be yes. What is this K total there? I'm guessing it's got to be like 6.5. Michael, reassuring for me, betting is a hobby. My job allows me freedom, win or lose with no consequences of life. I do research, but it's reassuring professional grades. Exactly. Most people work and they want to bet. People like to do it for fun. Some people like to grind out and try to make a little money, so it's worth their while. But you watch me or any show, you want to hear what I got to say? I'm an alleged, I'm an expert or whatever. Let's be honest. I'm a bettor. Betting for longer than 90% of the chat's been alive. I got a little insight. I've won some, right? We win some, we lose some. The grind is to stay ahead. No matter how small it is, it's an edge. But people watch the shows, they want to be reassured. I understand that. I understand. And as I say, unless I'm betting it, I don't want to talk people off games. I said it out during football season. I didn't bet it. I'm talking. You're ready to bet your money? Go for it. You got to bet the game early. You got to bet games early. That's why you need money management. It's stupid. Write down your bets. Even now, the lines come out for baseball today. They'll be out at like 5, 6 o'clock tonight. Write down the lines when they open up. See who you like. And try not betting for a week. I know it's crazy. You think, it's not that hard. People can't do that. See how you go for a week with the early lines. Would you have won? But you can't think. You got to switch the wiring. You can't say, well, the last 2 days I would have been 5-2. I got to bet today, and then all of a sudden you're 0-3 tonight. Then you're on a 1-6 run. You're like, what happened here? I'm down 1-6 instead of being. You have to have a little bit of backing for your thoughts here. Mike, speaking of which, I have a deposition needs to be prepared for you. All right, go for it. We'll have a good day. Good to see you, Michael. Nick, long time. Good to see you. All over, I say 13-1-1. I had the under the Diamondbacks game. Hey, it happens. A lot of overs. I'm going under and D-backs. Again, I don't hate this. Darvish, good numbers versus the Padres. Gallen looking to bounce back. I get it. Miz bets for entertainment. All right, so you're like a parlay guy. You want to have fun out there, and I don't hate it. Right? Go have fun. I understand. Me, it's a grind. I'm looking to make money. Take a week off, and you have to. All right, you have to. And people don't get that. They want to bet right away. I do the Look at Line show for NFL. Like, we're gonna take this game, and then on Sunday, what do you mean you got? How'd you get the Giants +9? The line's 5.5. Well, yeah, on Sunday when we did the show, we said take it because this was going to happen, right? We talk about lines on Wednesday for NFL football, and I'm betting, thinking what's going to happen over the weekend. And last year was great. All my predictions basically came true. But that's what you have to do. You have to think. If you can't, you didn't bet for the first 20 years of your life or whatever, right? Most people never bet. Now it's legal. You start jumping into something. How? What are you doing? Did you buy some stuff at the CVS and start drilling your own teeth? No. Do a little work. King D, have a good one. Time to eat. You know it. Vancouver NHL money line. Here we go on the ice. Everybody wants to run to the ice today. I'm not. Why are we doing hockey and NBA with a week of games left? It's craziness. I get it. Listen, I don't like the Kraken. Sure. You want to take Vancouver at home? I would do a puck line for a bigger payday. What do we got? A 140 on the puck line? 160? Look at this guy popping it. Truala coming in. Who hits a home run today? Home run hits today. I don't watch baseball. Who's that supposed to be? A ton? Action? All right. We're going to wrap it up. We're after hours here. Late night money. Look ahead lines tonight. We'll be back. The picks are one last one for everybody. Reds over 9. Yanks over 8.5. Red Sox over 9. Mets run line +115. Braves over 8.5. Yes, the line has changed. Again, look at line show. Put the notification bells on. Here, picks and parlays, winning free picks. If you're even on the old school Sean Higgs channel, then you know when we're live. It's real simple. Have a good